Moth. These mysterious creatures of the night flutter through our world often unseen. But today, young explorers, we're shining a light on the fascinating world of the moth. Welcome to another exciting adventure with fun animals for kids. Have you ever noticed those delicate, winged visitors that appear when darkness falls? Moths are amazing insects that deserve our attention and appreciation. While their butterfly cousins get much of the spotlight, moths have incredible stories to tell that will surprise and delight children all around the world. Moths belong to the order Lepidoptera, just like butterflies. But did you know there are about 160,000 species of moths compared to only 17,500 butterfly species? That's right, young explorers. For every butterfly species, there are nearly 10 different kinds of moths. This makes moths one of the most diverse groups of animals on our planet, perfect for kids who love learning about the natural world. Let's take a closer look at these nighttime wonders. Moths come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Some are smaller than a grain of rice, while others, like the Atlas moth, can have wingspans larger than your hand. The Atlas moth is one of the largest moths in the world, with wings that can stretch nearly 12 inches across. Imagine that fluttering around your garden. Moths have amazing bodies specially designed for their lifestyle. Most moths have 4 wings covered with tiny scales that give them their beautiful colors and patterns. These scales are so small that they look like dust if you touch them gently. Their bodies are typically fuzzy and plump, helping to keep them warm during cool nights. This educational content about moth anatomy is perfect for kids who are curious about how animals are built. Unlike many other insects, moths have a special way of developing. They undergo complete metamorphosis, which means they change completely from one form to another. A moth begins life as an egg, then hatches into a caterpillar. After eating plenty of food and growing larger, the caterpillar builds a cocoon around itself and transforms into a pupa. Inside this silent package, an amazing change happens, and eventually, an adult moth emerges with beautiful wings ready to fly. This transformation is one of the most magical processes in nature, making it a fascinating topic for kids learning about life cycles. Moths are found almost everywhere in the world where there are plants. From the freezing Arctic to steamy tropical rainforests, from deserts to wetlands, these adaptable creatures have made homes in nearly every habitat on Earth. Many moths are specially adapted to particular environments. Desert moths can survive extreme heat and dryness, while moths in cold regions have furry bodies to stay warm. The diversity of habitats where moths live shows how successful these animals have been at adapting to different conditions around our world. Now, young explorers, you might be wondering what moths eat. As caterpillars, most moths feed on plants. They can be quite hungry, munching through leaves, stems, and sometimes even wood. But when they become adult moths, many species don't eat at all. They live off the energy stored from their caterpillar days. Other adult moths drink nectar from flowers using a long, straw-like tongue called a proboscis. Some moths even drink the tears of sleeping animals to get minerals. These different feeding habits make moths an interesting subject for kids who enjoy learning about wild animals. Moths play incredibly important roles in nature. As caterpillars, they can be important herbivores, helping to control plant growth. Adult moths are vital pollinators, second only to bees in their importance for flowering plants. Many plants have evolved flowers that open only at night, specifically to be pollinated by moths. Without these nighttime workers, many plants would disappear, affecting entire ecosystems. This ecological importance makes moths a great educational topic for kids interested in how nature works together. The relationship between moths and humans goes back thousands of years. Silk, one of the most prized fabrics in human history, comes from the cocoons of the silkworm moth. For over 5,000 years, people have raised these special moths to harvest their silk. However, not all interactions between moths and humans are positive. Some moth caterpillars can damage crops or stored foods, while others might eat through natural fiber clothing. Learning about these complex relationships helps children understand how animals affect our lives in both positive and negative ways. Moths have developed fascinating ways to survive in a world full of predators. Many use camouflage, with patterns and colors that help them blend perfectly into tree bark, leaves or stones. Others take a bolder approach, with bright warning colors or eye spot patterns that startle predators. The Luna moth has long tail-like extensions on its wings that confuse bat sonar, giving this beautiful green moth a better chance to escape. These clever defense mechanisms show how animals adapt to survive, making them a trending topic in educational videos for kids. Communication in the moth world is a marvel of nature. Female moths release special scent chemicals called pheromones that can attract male moths from miles away. The male moths have incredibly sensitive antennae that can detect just a few molecules of these scents. This remarkable ability helps them find mates even in the vastness of a forest at night. Some moth species communicate using sounds too, especially to warn each other about approaching bats. These communication strategies demonstrate the intelligence and adaptability of these animals. Speaking of intelligence, moths show surprising learning abilities. Studies have found that moths can remember experiences from their caterpillar stage even after complete metamorphosis. They can also learn to associate certain smells with danger and avoid them in the future. For small-brained insects, this level of learning ability is impressive and shows that intelligence takes many forms in the animal world. This makes moths a wonderful subject for educational content aimed at children who love discovering surprising animal facts. The family life of moths centers around reproduction and ensuring the next generation survives. Female moths lay eggs, sometimes hundreds at a time, usually on plants that their caterpillars will eat when they hatch. Most moth parents never see their offspring, but they instinctively place their eggs in locations that give their babies the best chance at survival. Some moth species, however, show remarkable parental care. The female lappet moth covers her eggs with special scales from her body that provide camouflage and protection. These different parenting strategies make for funny and interesting stories for kids learning about animal families. Throughout human history, moths have appeared in art, literature, and cultural symbols around the world. In many cultures, moths represent transformation and rebirth because of their dramatic metamorphosis. The death's head hawk moth, with its skull-like pattern, has been featured in art and literature as a symbol of mortality. In other traditions, moths are seen as messengers from the spirit world, or as symbols of attraction to beauty and light. These cultural connections show how animals influence human imagination and creativity, making them perfect for educational videos for children interested in stories from around the world. Modern scientific discoveries continue to reveal new wonders about moths. Researchers have found that some moths can hear frequencies far beyond human hearing range, allowing them to detect approaching bats. Others have discovered moths that can detoxify poisonous plants and use those toxins for their own defense. Scientists have even created new technologies inspired by moth eyes, which have tiny structures that reduce light reflection. These innovations help make better solar panels and anti-glare screens. The ongoing discoveries about moths show how studying animals can lead to exciting new ideas and inventions, inspiring kids to pursue learning about science. Young explorers, moths face many threats in today's world. Light pollution confuses nocturnal moths, disrupting their feeding, mating, and navigation. Pesticides and habitat loss have caused some moth populations to decline dramatically. Climate change is also affecting moths by changing the timing of plant growth and moth life cycles. Many beautiful moth species are now endangered and need our help. By learning about these threats, children can understand the importance of protecting all animals, even the small ones that fly by night. As we reach the end of our journey through the world of moths, I hope you've gained a new appreciation for these remarkable creatures. Moths may seem plain or ordinary at first glance, but they reveal extraordinary lives when we take the time to learn about them. They transform from crawling caterpillars to magnificent flying insects, pollinate countless plants, inspire human innovation, and fill important roles in ecosystems worldwide. The story of moths teaches us that sometimes the most amazing animals are the ones we barely notice. By learning about moths, kids can discover the value of looking closely at the natural world, finding wonder in unexpected places, and appreciating the diversity of life on our planet. Every moth fluttering around a porch light has a unique story, and now you know some of their secrets. Thank you for joining us on this adventure into the world of moths, young explorers. If you enjoyed learning about these nighttime wonders, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Fun Animals for Kids, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos about more fascinating creatures. Our YouTube channel is dedicated to bringing educational content about animals for kids in a way that's both fun and informative. What animal would you like to learn about next? Leave a comment below. And remember, the more we learn about animals, the better we can protect them and their habitats. Until our next wild adventure, keep exploring, keep playing, and keep your eyes open for the amazing animals that share our world.